All right. Make sure we're all good here. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we are here to talk about the final Raw, the last Raw, the very last Raw of the year. Because last week, apparently, there was they're not doing a whole show. This is the last Raw for 2025, and hyping up next week's show. So let's get right into it. Well, the Vision kicked off Monday Night Raw. 1 week after leaving CM Punk and Rey Mysterio lying, the Vision's Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Paul Heyman kicked off Monday's Netflix broadcast in an in-ring promo. The Wise Man touted the collection of talent in the ring with him as future WrestleMania main eventers before officially introducing Theory as the newest member of the group. See, Heyman claimed the goals of the Vision outweigh the individual goals of anyone in the group. Cults of personality played because everybody was chanting Punk so much. Punk had to just come out. He entered to a huge ovation, the fans singing along to the World Champion's theme song. Punk rightly pointing out that if he is jumped or beaten up, there is no title match on next week's show. Which, with that in mind, he joined the Vision in the ring and dared Breaker to say something, since he runs his mouth whenever the best in the world is not around. The badass claimed he is not the future, but rather the here and now. He dared Punk to go find someone in the locker room like him who is more of a dog than him. He reminded Punk that he once shared the field with Lamar Jackson and that the two of them are not the same. He vowed to win the title next week. Punk responded, admitting he is not ready to let the World Championship go. He told Breaker the two of them are not the same. One of them is CM Punk, and he is going to beat the second generation star. B+ for a promo, and I think it's worth it. This whole build up with Punk and Breaker is going to head. Something's gonna happen. Something like Braun Breaker becoming the World Heavyweight Champion is gonna happen. It feels like, because they could be setting up Rollins and Breaker for WrestleMania, which might just be a woozy. I don't know how I feel about that for WrestleMania match, but it looks like they could be heading in that direction if Seth Rollins is going to come back. If not, then we don't know. We ultimately just don't know right now. Stephanie McKeer put her Women's World Championship on the line against Nikki Bella and Raquel Rodriguez. After being intertwined for weeks, Vickie, Bella, and Rodriguez squared off for the top prize in the women's division. The Raw women's division, of course. Rodriguez dominated the action early and often, using her size and strength advantage to down both of her opponents. She delivered a fallaway slam to Bella and applied a gory special to Vickie. Interesting to see. Searching for a submission victory. Instead, the champion bridged out of a pin attempt and rolled her up for a 2 count. Rodriguez fought out of an STF from Bella, but quickly found herself in the Devil's Kiss. A pair of Dragon Court crew legs, are supposed to be a fucking... I don't know. It's supposed to be like a corkscrew leg whip. Had Vickie rolling. A sunset flip powerbomb from Bella to Rodriguez, who powerbombed the champion, nearly won the Hall of Famer the championship. The action continued until Rodriguez hoisted both opponents up for a double Chahana bomb, but Vickie escaped while the dominant competitor drove her opponent to the mat. Alert, the champion set the Judgment Day Enforcer to the mat and pinned Bella for the win. So Vickie retained. The biggest heart of the show to this point went to Rodriguez when she broke up the Devil's Kiss from... the biggest heat, heart. The biggest heat of the show. My mistake. The Kabuki Warriors cut a promo, and we don't really give a fuck. But all you need to know is that a brawl broke out between Ripley and Sky with the Kabuki Warriors standing tall. So it looks like next week's show, the Kabuki Warriors are losing them tag team titles to Io and Ripley. Yay. I'm excited about that. R-Truth versus Gunther. Just another squash match. Just a squash. Nothing to talk about, but the ring general, Habris nearly got the best of him as he mocked Cena's "You Can't See Me" taunt, but he overcame one last offense from Truth and tapped him out with a sleeper to chorus of boos. Austin Theory took on Rey Mysterio. And just like I knew it, a C+. The rivalry between Mysterio and the Vision continued Monday as the 2023 Hall of Famer squared off with Theory, or Austin Theory, in singles competition. The heel dominated the action, showcasing his rejuvenated and refined skills as he overpowered Mysterio, leading into a commercial break. Afterwards, he continued his beatdown, punishing the all-time great until the babyface mounted a comeback and set up the 619. But Logan Paul had to have cut him off, so this drew a DQ. You know how I feel about DQs. A 2-on-1 beatdown ensued until Penta made his return, fended off the heel, standing tall with Mysterio. So it looks like we could be seeing a AAA event where Mysterio and Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio probably having a 6-man tag team match, which would be interesting. So, graded a C+. Becky and Maxine Dupree continued their promos on Raw. This one got interesting. The women's IC champion Maxine Dupree hit the ring with a promo ahead of her defense against Becky next week. Also with the Stranger Things collab. Go check that out, guys. It's a oh my god, season 5 is so good. She flexed her promo skills, appearing more confident and comfortable on the mic with every passing week while addressing the man. Lynch interrupted and attempted to be nice, but Dupree saw through it and threatened to either break her leg or make her tap out again. So Big Time Bex asked whether Dupree is going to be who the fans think she is next week, or who Lynch knows she is, before vowing to win back the gold. Graded a B+, and now we get time for the main event, brought to you by Call of Duty. Or actually, no, fuck that. Brought to you by Stranger Things. Looking to put his professional disappointments of late behind him, Jey Uso teamed with his brother Jimmy for a shot at the Raw Tag Team titles, or the World Tag Team titles, with AJ and Dragon Lee holding them. The Usos seized control early on and practiced their whatever it takes mentality, with Jimmy tripping up Lee and sending him into the ring steps. Jey wiped out Styles as the twins emerged with the momentum entering the break. The twins dipped into their heel personas, delivering a cheap shot to Styles to prevent a hot tag from Lee. The luchador fired off a double stomp that stunned Jimmy and allowed him to make the tag to the Phenomenal One. Styles exploded into the match, but a tag to Jey led to a spear and a big splash from Jimmy. But the Hall of Famer, the future Hall of Famer, kicked out at 2. Moments later, Jey kicked out of a Styles clash as drama and action intensified. Late in the bout, the brothers rocked Styles with a double super kick and then downed Lee with a 1D to win the title. So the Usos are now the tag team champions. To end the show. So how was this Raw? Well, it was definitely an improvement. WWE knew it needed to ramp up and hype up the machine for the January 5th episode, the first Raw back, of course, on 2026, and it did that with great effects here with several strong segments devoted to hyping up next Monday's broadcast. Punk and Breaker, Dupree and Lynch, the women's tag team title match. So we got a lot of shit thrown to us, and throw in the mix of Penta and the Vision with possibly a AAA event coming up to give us Ray, and Penta. That's perfect. But tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Raw was... I skipped out on Raw, but I only caught, like... What did I catch? I caught the Vision... No, I caught bits of the Vision promo with Punk. That was it, though. Nothing else. Nothing else I caught. So, guys, I will see you guys next week for the Raw review. For the first Raw back in 2026. You guys have a happy New Year's. And I will see you guys actually on Saturday for the first SmackDown of the year. Until then, peace.